shows here because there's just so much. But to answer your question, so, I'm just, I like to get involved in the community. I had kids, they're all grown now. I have all girls. And I was, coaching every sport they played, every organization they were involved with. I was involved with, so Parks and Rec, Babe Ruth softball, my church. I've always been a leader of my church. So I'm just the guy that steps up when something needs to be done. So to answer your question, I'm just a leader, right? So I'm a natural leader, and I get involved in things. And any nonprofit organization you get involved with, there's always going to be a need for somebody to step up. So when you say, how do you get on the boards? So now when it was companies and banks, that's different, right? So that's just from my business standpoint. I would, those are paid positions. So I was on a couple of bank boards. I was on a couple of corporate boards. But as far as the nonprofit organizations, yes. Educational foundations, there's two ways to get on there. Just like there's two ways to build this, to build business in real estate. You can buy it or you can build it. If you want to get on the board of a nonprofit, you can buy it or you can build it. You can donate money and a lot of money and you're going to end up on the board, or you can go in there and volunteer and serve and, and watch for the opportunities, because they're always looking for somebody to step up and do things. And I always did.
That makes sense.
That's it. And then I do get people reaching out to me because they see the other things I do and say, hey, I know you're involved over here. Would you help us over there? We need help with our organization. So I do get some random invitations just because I'm doing these other things, especially in the faith community. Once you're doing that, the word kind of spreads quick. And, and then donating. So, I was a founding member of an educational foundation in one of my communities, and the Dare County Education Foundation, one of the sponsoring members, and I gave them an office in my office building to get started with and everything. So, I was offered a position there as an advisory capacity, same thing with Parks and Rec, Babe Ruth softball, just all those things. You're donating, you're contributing, you're active. They see that you're successful in business. So they want those types of people on the boards to help them, band, boosters, any of that kind of stuff, right? So that's just how it works. And then you have the hospital galas and the cancer research. And I mean, there's different levels of these.
Good Lord, man.
Programs. It's endless. And if you're single and you're young, or even if you're dating and you're young and you don't have kids and all that, there's so many things you can do every evening that are totally fun, that you can build so many relationships, so many contacts. And the way things work now, you're just exchanging contacts, airdrop, right? While you're at a meeting, you exchange business cards. It's super easy to build the business if you don't have the money to buy it. You can buy the business, you can do that too, but the best thing is, to combine both, in terms of, building that general retail real estate business. So that's one way, right? Now the other way is the old fashioned way. And again, you reverse engineer it, right? And you just look at it. And I would tell my agents, make 10 contacts a day, pick up the phone, 10 new people a day, whether it's a FSBO, an expired, or, whatever, an off market property, and you're just farming a neighborhood. And people love to talk about their property. I've never had one person, don't call me again. You occasionally get the seller that says, like I farm for land as a builder, and you'd get these people that would say, this land's been in my family for 30 generations. I ain't never selling now in my lifetime, your lifetime, or anybody else's lifetime. And what happens 10 years later, they sell, right? Yeah. So, people love to talk about their property, especially when you call them to inform them about something. Hey, this is Matt. I'm just calling, everybody in the neighborhood, just kind of giving you an idea of where the market is right now and, what your house is worth. I looked your house up the other day. Did you know it's worth $600,000 right now? Where do you stand? Are you thinking about moving? You think you're ever going to sell? I mean, you can get into that conversation, but you just open the door. Hey, this is Matt with Matt's Real Estate Company. And I'm just, just calling to let you know that, houses in your neighborhood are selling quickly. Your house is probably worth $600,000 or $700,000 if you're ever thinking about selling, but what are your plans? How long have you been in the neighborhood? Things like that. And you can do your research ahead of time or have somebody do it for you so that you know who you're talking to. That goes a lot further than just blind calling somebody or having somebody call. Yeah, this is calling on behalf of Matt Johnson. Are you thinking about selling your house anytime soon? Do a little bit more due diligence, a little bit more research, and learn about them first, or have somebody do it so that if you call or you have somebody calling on your behalf, it's more personal. Hey, I love your house. It's, X amount of bedrooms. That's a hot product right now. Houses in your area are selling for X. I know you've been in there 5 years. I know at some point most people sell after 5 years. Here's what you can expect right now. Would love to keep you on my list and let you know where the values are. If there's anything I can, that kind of thing, right? And just kind of give information and give value. Just talk to them about their property. People love that. They want to know what their property's worth.